Hello, good afternoon students. Myself Professor A.S. Milimani from Electrical Engineering Department. So already in last week I took a introduction class. Once again I repeating the highlights of the introduction class because it will help you join the classes starts on Monday. So some basic reviews are required or prerequisite of basic electrical engineering is essential. So first of all, I welcome you people for taking the study of electrical engineering. And study of electrical engineering, it is very important to the all disciplines of engineering. Now today we are observing human all activities or the standardization of nation or advancement of nation. Basically it depends upon quantity and quality of electricity, because every nation advancement mainly depends upon advancement of industrial sector, advancement of in agriculture structure, and slowly transportation also plays very important role. So all three fields depends on electricity. At present situation, 24 hours electricity must be needed for every one of the applications. Hence the basic electrical engineering and the discipline of electrical engineering and electronics engineering is very one of the needed branch for the development of society or development of nation. So first of all, I want to introduce the basic electrical engineering as per the VTU syllabus. So this is basically in first and second semester of VTU, and it carries total 100 marks and internal marks, CI marks for 40 marks, then SEE marks, VTU external marks is 60 marks. The examination is going to conduct for 100 marks. A weightage is taken from 100, 60 weightage, and internal marks is 40. Then out of this total 40 marks, assignment for 3 assignments you are getting 10 marks, and 3 IA tests, each test carries 30 marks. Hence all IA tests are mandatory. Hence average of all 3 IA tests and assignment, 3 assignments, you are going to get 30 plus 10, 40 marks. So it is basically has the 2018 syllabus. Credit for this subject is given 3 credits. So why this subject you have to study? So as per the OBE system, student has to know before start of the each course study. That means what are the objectives, or from this subject what you are going to study. Hence these are known as course objectives. Very basically to explain Ohm's law and Kirchhoff's laws, and the basic laws are used for the analysis of DC circuits. To explain the fundamental of AC circuits and study or behavior of RL C circuit and their combination in AC circuits. To discuss the three-phase balanced circuits. To explain the principle, operation, construction, and performance of electrical machines such as single phase transformer, DC machine, and synchronous generator, later on 3-phase induction machine. To introduce the concepts of electrical wiring and electrical protective devices and earthing. Hence this gives all entire course details or this subject details. We are having basically 5 modules. In next slide we have to see. So it begins module 1. Again module 1 consists A and B parts. A part is study of DC circuit, that is Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, and application related problems. Then B part consists AC fundamentals, that is starting with generation of AC voltage and some AC fundamental definitions, and later on RMS value and average value, what is the relation, and phasor representation of alternating quantities. These two are consist in model number 1, A and B part. So each question in model 1 there are 2 questions. Again in 2 questions, one question consists A, B, C subsections. Again these two are mixed. These two parts, A and B parts, are going to mix. It may be DC circuit, 2 questions, one question from AC fundamental, question number 1, assume. Question number 2, similarly, 2 questions from AC fundamental, one from DC circuit. Hence, entire 2 questions will cover entire syllabus. Again, in each question also, subsections are going to mix. B to A and A to B. This is the question paper pattern. Then Bloom's taxonomy levels. Basically learning skills as per Bloom's taxonomy, level 1, level 2, level 3 up to level 4. From this subject we have to study. And similarly goes on model 2, model 3, model 4, model 5. Totally we are having 5 models. Then each model consists 2 questions. Hence your question paper consists 10. Model 3, single phase transformer and domestic wiring. Model 4, DC generator and DC motor. Model 5, AC machines, that is 3-phase synchronous generator, 3-phase induction motor. Hence totally we are having 5 models. Each model again 2 questions. From each model you have to pick out of 2 1. That means each question of 20 marks. Totally it is awarded for 100. So VTU prescribed textbooks from this course. It is Basic Electrical Engineering by DC Kulasrestha 1. Second textbook, Principles of Electrical Engineering and Electronics by V.K. Mehta, Rohit Misra, S. Chand Publications. These are the textbook prescribed from the VTU. These number of copies are available in Institute Library, along with Fundamentals of Basic Electrical Engineering from B.L. Tereja, that is revised copy. Basic Electrical Technology by Hughes, Basic Electrical Engineering by D.P. Kodari. Along with these books, Basic Electrical Engineering by M.U. Rao and U.A. Bakshi. These are also available huge number of quantities in Institute Library. Now we can refer the diagram in which areas the electricity can be used. Already I told the advancement of nation depends upon mainly industrial sector, agriculture sector and transportation sector. Later on, all the applications of consumers, domestic house applications, it may be mixture, it may be preparation of cook, lighting purpose and pumping of water purpose. So similarly domestic applications, later on entertainment. You can observe in today's life of human how much electricity interposed in all the applications. Either you take the communication period, either you can take the entertainment channel, either you take the lighting systems, either you take the heating and cooking systems, either you take the transportation, because transportation plays a very important role, because now almost all nations transportation mainly depends upon petroleum products, but the petroleum products are limited time for another 20 to 30 years may be expected as per the development of population. Hence this is the one area more research, more importance is given to fulfill the transportation by electricity. Hence electrical engineers are having lot of opportunities development area of transportation. It may be electrical car, it may be electrical traction, it may be next another any research area is also available. So this is one area, and need of electricity also goes on increasing day by day. Hence power system is also goes on day by day. Its interconnections are goes on in the day by day. Hence many opportunities are also available in power system. It may be generation, it may be transmission, it may be distribution, or it may be utilization of electricity. Dear friends, electrical engineers are having more opportunities these areas. Now you can observe what is the importance of electrical energy. Electrical energy is needed in all activities of human life. That is, or in other manner, the standardization of human life directly depends upon quantity and quality of electricity. Hence, whatever may be developed countries, or whatever may be small countries, all have to give the importance for electrical energy. You can see minimum 2/3 of the national budget is going to keep reserve for the development of electrical things. This statement of budget only gives how much the importance of electricity in every country, sir. So electrical energy is mainly used for following applications. Already we have viewed the diagram. It may be lighting purpose, it may be driving of various machine tools, for heating and electric furnaces, for transportation and communication, for heating and cooking and welding applications, and domestic applications. There are n number of applications. I am pointing out only few. I am listing in few. There are so many applications. All depends upon electricity. Hence, electricity is needed for from childhood to grandfather. All activities of human are interrelated with electricity. The concept of electricity, either we can call the history of electricity, it is originated from the civilization of Greeks. When the ember was rubbed against a piece of cloth, it attracts like particles, like paper. Once again, when ember was rubbed against a piece of cloth, it attracts a light particles, like paper. This attracting agency of ember was termed as electricity by scientist Gilbert. The name electricity was derived from word electron, because the ember means electron in Greek civilization. So this is started from 1600 and with the Greek civilization. So before going to the study, we have to need some prerequisite of your electrical engineering related things. So first one, distribution of electrons in copper atom, because copper atom is a good conductor. It has 20 to 29 photons and equal number of electrons are distributed. Center, you can observe there is a nucleus with few photons. So in surrounding distances, in orbital manner, the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. So in each orbit, the maximum number of electrons distributed by quantum number or quantum theory, it is 2n square, where n is the number of orbit. So in first orbit, put n equal to 1, there are 2 electrons are arranged in first orbit. That is the maximum distribution of electrons in first orbit is 2. Similarly, we can go for second orbit, that is 2n square. In second orbit, how many electrons are arranged? N equal to 2. So it becomes 8 electrons. In similarly, third, 18 electrons. In similarly, fourth, 32 electrons. go on substituting n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. That is K, L, M, N. Similarly, okay. So first orbit is completed with maximum number of electrons available. Hence orbit is completed or cell is completed. Second also same thing, completed orbit, completed cell. Third one also same thing. But fourth is their capacity is 32, but only available electron is 1. Hence it is referred as incompleted cell. Hence as the distance goes on increasing from the nucleus to orbit, it is weakly attached as per the Coulomb's law. So this electron is referred as free electron or valence electron, but it is attached to nucleus. Hence, if any type of energy is available, mechanical energy, light energy, or some electrical energy is available, then it may detach, it may jump from this nucleus. So you understand, last orbit is incompleted cell, electron is referred as free electron or valence electron. This is in the case of only one atom. In crystalline structure, there are so many atoms are arranged. So copper in conductor, more number of free electrons are available. 1 point. If more number of free electrons are available, such materials are referred as insulators. Getting the idea? You remember that is the difference between good conductor and good insulator. Once again, if more number of free electrons are available, such materials are referred as good conductor. If free electrons are not available, such materials are referred as good insulators. So it is already observed there is a distribution of electron in one atomic structure we have seen. So if I consider a copper conductor, there are more number of free electrons are available because in crystalline structure many atoms are present. Hence more number of free electrons are available as shown in figure 1. So dot represents positive ions, circle represents electrons. Here only copper wire is taken because it is not connected to any battery or DC voltage source. Hence the electrons are arranged in random fashion. They are not properly positioned. They are arranged in very random fashion as shown in figure. So now if the same copper conductor wire is connected across a DC voltage source of having potential difference of V volts or a battery of V volts. So you can see there battery has 2 points, plus and minus. Plus is connected across one terminal, it is called anode. Negative terminal, cathode, it is also connected across another terminal as shown in figure. Due to positive terminal connected across one point, negative terminal connected across another point, what happens? Holes are attracted at cathode point. Similarly, electrons are attracted where the positive terminal is connected, that is at anode. Hence drifting of electrons will take place at positive point, that is anode point. Electrons are attracted due to dissimilar charges. At cathode point, due to same charges, the electrons are repelled. Hence in this manner the drifting of electrons will take place, that is electrons flow will take place from cathode to anode in copper conductor, and it continues battery plus negative, hence one path is created. Such path is known as electron's flow. It is observable in closed electric circuit. The electric circuit is known as in closed condition. There is a creation of drifting of electrons, that is electrons flow will observe in circuit cathode to anode, anode to positive, negative, negative to cathode. One complete path is created. Hence, there is a existence of flow of electrons. Oppositely, conventional current will flow. Conventional current will flow from positive to anode, anode to cathode, cathode to negative. Getting the idea? From positive to anode, anode to cathode, cathode to negative. Hence, this conventional current is shown by I amperes. Remember, conventional current will flow from higher potential to lower potential through the load, positive to negative, positive terminal to negative terminal through the load circuit. Hence, electrons flow will occur from lower potential to higher potential, negative to positive. Please do understand. If you are understood this concept, hence it becomes easy. What is the DC circuit? It is route taken by the flow of DC current. Very easy. What do you mean by BLD road? From Gandhi Chowk to it connects to BLD Engineering College. The name is given. In between, many chowks are coming, Siddheshwar temple is coming, SS High School is coming, all the things are coming, but it is called as BLD road. So, route taken by the Gandhi Chowk to BLD. In similar fashion, in a closed path, route taken by the flow of DC current, such a circuit is called DC circuit. So, it mainly consists a battery or a DC voltage source of having potential difference V volts. Then if circuit is closed, then flow of current occurs through the load. Hence, it consists a battery, it consists a connecting wires, it consists a lamp as shown in figure. So, very simple law. Already you are knowing that Ohm's law. What is the statement? This law states that at constant temperature, the current flowing through a conductor is proportional to potential difference between its ends. Explanation. You refer the diagram. Consider a conductor AB is connected across a battery of potential difference V volts by using connecting wires as shown in figure. The battery is a EMF source. When its circuit is completed, when the circuit is said to be completed, that means closed condition, it creates the flow of charge carriers, that is flow of electrons, which results the flow of electric current. Electric current I ampere will flow through the given electric circuit. V is the applied voltage. Capital I is the resultant current flowing through the conductor AB or in given electric circuit. But as per Ohm's law, what is the statement? The current flowing through the conductor, capital I, is flowing directly proportional to applied voltage. Voltage available across the AB is V volts. I is directly proportional to V. Equation 1. If you make this explanation, you are able to get 6 marks. So, ratio of V by I is a constant. This constant is termed as resistance. Hence, resistance R equal to V by I ohms, or voltage drop V equal to I into R volts. Hence, all of you please go through these basic ideas. Next, we can go for model number 1. Thank you to one and all.